The power of the pipes has long been recognised by the military as a means of motivating troops going into battle and building their morale in the face of great danger. So it is fitting that one pipe band is doing just that, in a bid to lead Scotland to independence. This is the story and the sound of the Saor Alba Pipes and Drums.
Hi, my name's Derek Campbell. I come from Hoyk in the Scottish Borders, and I'm one of the founding members of Saor Alba Pipes and Drums. Initially we started the band, it started off as a conversation on one of the Facebook groups between myself, George Kempick and Jim Edwards. Kind of started by people saying that pipers were not interested in independence, if you like, and they were kind of going down the unionist way. So I kind of chirped in, I think, and I said, oh, well, actually, there's quite a few pipers are interested in independence, you know. And after that, the idea just kind of flourished and took off.
The band was only formed in 2018, but has already made a big impact at independence events across Scotland. Members come from all over the country, and some from elsewhere too, including England and France, which can create some logistical challenges. Before taking part in each event, members of the band take some time to prepare, today in Scotland's capital, much to the delight of a throng of tourists, drawn by the distinctive sound which stirs a deep connection with Scotland, which is hard to ignore. Today, the band are getting ready to take part in the first Independence March and Rally of the Year, organised by campaign group Believe in Scotland, which is being attended by Scotland's First Minister, John Swinney, and Scottish actor, Brian Cox. Band members have assembled in Edinburgh's Hunter Square off the Royal Mile, where they have also been able to enjoy some refreshments at the appropriately named bar, the Piper's Rest, before joining the thousands who have turned up to support the event, including the Yes Bikers, who are also impossible to ignore. Bass drummer Cheryl Scott explains how she became involved in the band.
When I turned 50, I decided I was going to learn something new. I decided to learn to play the bass drum. I started with a band. I live in Galashiels, so there was a band in Hoyk. Derek, who was one of the former members of this band, said to me, oh, there's a new band starting for Scottish independence. I said, oh yeah, I'm up for that. He says, we're looking for a bass drummer. This is me. So in 2018 was the inaugural march in Glasgow, and I was there for that. It wasn't with the bonnets and everything, we weren't all organised then, but we had a massive following at the 2018 march in Glasgow. It was fabulous, such an atmosphere, it was wonderful. And then we got properly organised, and unfortunately COVID. But in between and in after, we've been many, many places. We've been up Stornoway, Inverness, Oban, Galashiels, We've been Glasgow, Edinburgh, the usual ones. There was a meet up in Golspie. We had a whole weekend in Golspie. That was a fabulous one as well. So we've been playing in lots of different places. The band comes from everywhere, they're all around. So we try to go and try to practice as well near some of the people, try and get the majority. Alistair, who is our lead piper, unfortunately is poorly at the moment, but he's from Rogart, which is up near Dornoch. We have a guy from France. He's coming over for Tartan Day Parade, and he's doing Tartan Day Parade here. He's coming all the way over for it. JP often comes across. We've got some new guys from another band today. So yeah, the band's coming up and up again. Well, we do a lot of online practicing. Alistair runs online practicing from Rogart. He's lead piper, like I said. He does that twice a week at the moment. Some of the guys, like these three here, they're all in the same band. We have another 3 or 4 who are in another same band. The Borders ones, who is the two Dereks, a couple of Bruce, that was the snare drummer, and myself, we're from the Borders, so it's easier for us to meet together. So they all kind of meet in their own areas and practice, and then we meet at a hall somewhere. It's been Perth lately, to meet up and all practice together. It lets us do drum maintenance and pipe maintenance and stuff as well.
Right, I might text you want no, just individually. Thank you. I know it is.
Social media, we saw a big band was forming to lead some of the independent marches, and I'd never been to Lewis before, so we set off and have followed them ever since, and now I've sort of gotten vegled into helping, and we do what we can.
Yeah, we actually met the band on the ferry across to Scotland.We and got chatting to a lot of them. And after that, they said, come and join, become a band assistant. So we started off as band assistants, and then John got voted in as chair and I got voted in as secretary for our sins.
It was quite funny on the boat going to Stornoway. All the band were obviously there, and I was looking at one of them, and I thought, I know that face. And I looked at him and I went, I'm sure I know you. And he went, oh, I'm Sandy Much. I've been your BT engineer for about the last 20 years. And he stayed just down the road. So it's a band from, we've got pipers and drummers from all over, as far north as Tain. We've got a French piper, lives in central France.
A drummer based in Norfolk.
Norfolk, yeah. I mean, we're from all over. It's great when we see everybody get together.
It is a logistical challenge, though, because we are all over Scotland, so we sometimes, struggle to find a place that is sensible for everybody to get to and easy for everybody to get to. So the last practice we had was actually in Perth, in a community centre in Perth, and we've used Blair Drummond as well, but we've had specific borders practices. We've had a practice at our house, actually, which is in the borders. And we try to attend as many marches and independence events as we possibly can. Today's Believe in Scotland has just been amazing. The turnout was fantastic. We've been up to Inverness. Where else? Oban.
Yeah, Oban.
Was it Galashiels? There was one in Galashiels. Glasgow, obviously. Edinburgh.
Campbelltown,
yeah. We try to cover as much of Scotland as we can. Neither of us play any instruments.
No, as I say, my name seems to be synonymous with pipe bands and Jacobites. John McGregor came in with Bonnie Prince Charlie as his personal piper, piped at Culloden, and my namesake also piped with at the Alamo with Davy Crockett playing the fiddle. So maybe it's fate that's how we end up in a pipe band. I don't know. There's something about the name McGregor and Piper.
Well, obviously I was the man that started the band. Yeah, I actually put a post on Facebook. Got the sort of initial numbers. A gentleman that I was friendly with, a guy called Jim Edwards, came on board and helped me organise the band. Jim eventually took over the actual running and organising of the band, and I just became the flag bearer. The guy that carries the flag in front of the band. But that was in 2018. Together we all came up with a sort of look for the band. We wanted a sort of modern Jacobite theme. That was what the Blue Bonnet was about. And everybody, we reckoned, sort of the Gathering of the Clans idea was everybody would wear their own tartan. I'm very proud of how we're looking now. The band sort of fell away just around about COVID time. Basically came to a dead stop. Everything came to a dead stop. But we're gradually building the band up. And the numbers today has been about as big as the band's been for about the last 3 years.